Hello and welcome to Midas Markets Daily News. Let's kick off your trading day with the latest financial news and market headlines.
Good morning, traders. This is Jason with the market update. The US dollar index rebounded Thursday to 97.5, reversing earlier losses. New data highlighted a resilient labour market despite ongoing trade tensions. Jobless claims dropped for the 6th week in a row, down to 217,000, defying expectations for a rise. Meanwhile, markets are watching the Fed, which remains cautious on rate cuts due to inflation concerns. WTI crude climbed 1.2% Thursday to $66, snapping a 4-day losing streak. Optimism over US-EU trade talks and a bigger than expected drop in inventories lifted sentiment. Hopes that easing trade tensions will boost global growth helped offset oil demand worries. On the supply side, US crude inventories fell by 3.2 million barrels last week, beating forecasts. Geopolitical risks remain elevated, with Russia suspending exports from Black Sea ports and the US and EU mulling further energy sanctions. Gold slid below $3,380 an ounce Thursday, extending Wednesday's 1% drop as upbeat trade sentiment dented its safe haven appeal. The EU is reportedly close to a deal with the US that would impose a flat 15% tariff on imports, avoiding a steeper 30% rate originally planned for August. Traders are awaiting clarity on China negotiations, with Treasury Secretary Basant expected to meet officials next week. Eyes are also on next week's Fed meeting, where rates are likely to stay unchanged. The dollar briefly dipped to 146 against the yen Thursday, its lowest in nearly 2 weeks after the US and Japan announced a new trade deal covering autos and agriculture. The agreement boosted risk appetite, strengthening the yen. However, political uncertainty in Japan tempered sentiment. Reports suggest Prime Minister Shigeru Ishiba may resign by late August following election losses in the upper house. That uncertainty reduced the yen's safe haven appeal, while the Bank of Japan remains in wait-and-see mode. The euro edged higher Thursday, trading above 1.175 against the dollar. But sentiment shifted after the Financial Times reported the EU may soon finalise a similar deal, reversing the trend. Markets remain on edge, swinging between risk on and risk off. US trade advisor Peter Navarro urged caution, saying leaked deal details shouldn't be taken at face value, and reiterating that Washington doesn't negotiate in public.
We hope you enjoyed today's market outlook. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment below. Remember to join us tomorrow morning for the freshest news.